Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today, I'm so excited. I have an unboxing, so I'm just going to pull it out of the box. So I found this deck at Tavada. So I know virtually nothing about this deck. I saw it, in their Etsy shop. There weren't a ton of images, and I couldn't find this deck anywhere. Like, I looked for walkthroughs, I looked for all kinds of stuff. I couldn't find anything. So, and there were not a lot of images of the cards either. And it was not a cheap deck. I got it on sale, and it was over $100. But something about what I could see just really, really stuck with me. And I did wait. I didn't just buy it right away. I kind of had it in my cart for a while, and I thought about it, and I just kept coming back to it. So this is Lux Prajna Tarot, and it's by Thaworn Bunyawan, and this is apparently the special edition. And I was so struck by the colors, by the art that I could see. So hopefully I like this as much as I think I'm going to. So let me get this plastic off, and we will take a look. Look at these backs. They're so pretty. Now we do have this very little booklet. So again, it's the Lux Prajna Tarot. It is aimed to be used as a tool to discover one's hidden potentials and apply them to concretely and effectively solve the problems one is facing. So here's his information. So so we have a Wheel of Wisdom spread. And that's really it. So this tarot is created by applying and combining the right viewing experience of the new way of tarot with the Buddhist wisdom by Master Thaworn Bunyawan, the author of the renowned Roots of Asia Tarot, Crazy Wisdom Tarot, Haiku Tarot, New Heart Tarot, Real Tarot, and Energy of Asia Tarot. Wow. Weaving through the heart and soul of tarot for the modern man. Okay, let's get into these cards. Well, first, I'll take a look at the size. Right around the height of standard tarot, maybe a little bit shorter, but definitely a little wider. Now the cardstock is not great. It feels like paper. Definitely there's no core or anything. So that's a little disappointing, especially with the price point, but let's take a look at the deck. Beautiful. I love this card so much. Yeah, it's so thin. That's a shame, but I do wish definitely that the cardstock was better, or that the price point was better, because I would buy two versions and, kind of glue them together, but I don't think, I want to spend $200+ on one deck, basically. So here we have, so I'm not even paying attention. So we go from the Magician, like the Fool, the Magician. Then we have, for the High Priestess, we have the Higher Self, which I think is perfect. Then we have Maternal for the Empress, which again, I mean, it makes sense. Paternal for the Emperor. My God, with that dog. And then we go back to the Hierophant, which I love this card. And the Lovers. Chariot. Love this too. Oh, and Strength. Love the Hermit. Really interesting. Really, really nicely done for the Hanged Man. I really like that. And then we have Transformation. So instead of death. But of course it's still, you still get that feeling. Beautiful Temperance. This is going to be a great intuitive reader. It's so evocative. So then we have the Amygdala for the Moon. Of course, we still have a moon. I love the Sun card, even though we have that little baby thing. It's so beautiful. I love we have the Dove. Oops. Love the way the Judgment was done too. Now we have Glamorous, which I'm assuming is an extra card. Lonely. Oh, maybe. Wait a minute, let's see. So I'm not sure. So this may be just a very... Aw. In loving memory, Pamela Coleman Smith, Pixie in my dreams. That's really sweet. Okay, so these are not extra cards. Splash Smiles. So I'm not sure. Oh, here's the author. So I feel like these are completely out of order. Like that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to pause it and see if I can put these in order because I feel like they're not. Although, I'm only seeing... I've only seen that one court card. These might be just completely different. So maybe I should just continue because we have a Queen of Cups. I don't see any other... So this is really interesting. This is just its own... You know, we'll just continue because I feel like this is kind of doing its own thing. So let's see. So we have glamorous, loneliness, sojourn. I love this. Differcation? I'm not sure. I wish these were a little easier to read. Queen of Cups. Love in a bottle. Our hot. Nurture. The disciple. No mind. Enlightenment. Guanian. Vesavana. Ganesh. Bodhidharma. Worldly. Vikisatritis. Again, you know, if it's a word that I'm really familiar with, like worldly, it's easier to read. But when it comes to a word that I'm not familiar with, it makes it more difficult. New world. Equus. Oh, that's beautiful. The road home. Space consciousness. Space sickness. I mean, it's misspelled if it's sickness. Maybe it's sinus? I don't know. Buffonite? So there are a lot of these. I'm going to have to Google because I don't know what they are. Survivor. Oh, I love that. Comfort zone. Seraph. The Observer. I love this card. Celine. The coldest place. Menace. mental focus, coexistence, cat angle, oh, I don't even know what this is, lucism, freedom, balance, solicitude, awareness. How interesting. Satisfaction, relaxation, the halo effect, real face. Oh, I love that. Prejudice, rooting. Is that rooting? I guess so. I think so. Tuning in, my teacher, endeavor, tree of life, alliance, heartening, kintsugi, bereavement, limerence, uninvited guest, goodwill, beautiful, and the giver. Okay, now first impressions, because this is the first time I'm seeing this whole deck. To me, I definitely feel like this is its own thing. I wouldn't really call it a tarot deck. I mean, maybe if you go through and really try to piece it together, you can align these with the tarot cards. I'm not going to do that, at least as of right now. To me, I think I'll use this more like an oracle, and let the cards just speak to me the way they will. This is exquisitely beautiful and evocative, and love the cards. I am sorely disappointed by the cardstock. I mean, let's go ahead and shuffle, but I mean, it riffle shuffles very easily because it's so thin. There's no core, so definitely. This is a deck that I'll just riffle shuffle. I'm not going to try to bridge. I'm going to do it right now just to try to bend it back. But, yeah, the cardstock is definitely a disappointment. But it's not going to prevent me from using it. I think that for the price point, the cardstock's really, really lousy. I think if this was a $20 deck, I would be disappointed by the cardstock. I'm just gonna, put that out there. I'm not trying to rip it apart, but I want you to be aware, if this deck interests you and intrigues you, you're probably not going to love the cardstock. But I do love this deck. I mean, I really do. If it became a little more reasonable in price, I think definitely pick up another version and kind of, glue them together, because I love the backs. Potentially, maybe I would reback them, but I love the backs. But yeah, that would certainly be a cheaper way to make the cardstock a little better. I do feel like, I don't know, it doesn't, like it's flimsy, but I don't really feel like it's gonna break or rip. Yeah, but I think this is a very powerful deck. I'm happy I got it, even though it was pricey, and even though the cardstock is horrible. I think this is an important deck. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is a deck that I'm just gonna kind of use my way, and very, very intuitively. You know, certainly, especially when it comes to like the majors, we definitely get, you know, that traditional tarot stuff, and that's great. The minors, I think, are very different. And you could probably try to tie them in, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to bother. I don't feel the need for that. Yeah, because they're not jumping out at me like that. And the fact that we have one court and that's it, you know, we have one queen, no other court cards that are named court cards. I'm just not going to go there with it. I'm just going to use it to just read, you know. So, is this a tarot truly? I don't know. Do I care? No, I really don't. I really, really don't. I think this is it's just so unique. And there's something so special about it. Yeah, but be aware, if it interests you and it intrigues you, bear in mind the cardstock is, you know, is not what you would expect for the price point. Not what I expected, certainly. But it's not going to keep me from using it. For sure. I don't know. I really love this deck. It's not what I expected, but I mean, again, I only saw a few cards, so I didn't really know what to expect. Well, I expected it to be more standard tarot, but the fact of the matter is I have tons of standard tarot, like tons. So I quite like that it's kind of its own thing, you know? Yeah, and we do have that image as the wheel. So maybe I will end up rebacking these at some point. I don't know. But I love this deck. So let me know what you think. You know, does this deck appeal to you, even though it's very, very different? It's just such an interesting, beautiful deck. So again, this is the Lux Prajna Tarot by Thaworn Bunyawan. And yeah, I really love it. So relieved. But let me know what you think. And until next time, just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful, because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best. And that is my wish for you.